Alright, hello, Sky back. Just wanted to show you guys a quick video on how to get this door open if it doesn't open. Now, fortunately for me, it does. And so this is really a moot point for me, but we're gonna show you the steps on how to do it. Alright, so what you're gonna want to do is make sure your front seat is all the way up. Okay, now per se this door is shut. Okay, it's shut and you can't get to any of this, right? But that's what you would think, but actually, so for the top one, thankfully most of the time the top one is the one that breaks. It's really easy. Okay, what you're gonna want to do, open your window like that, take a Phillips screwdriver and undo these two screws. That's it. Okay, then this whole bracket is going to come out, so be careful with your window so you don't break it, right? Because this is all going to be loose from here. So the window is just gonna, it's just gonna freely move like this. There's not going to be any tension because this has the tension in it. All right, but you are going to want to make sure that it's at least unclipped before you unscrew those screws and when you put it back in. Okay, the other thing to mention is this spins. Okay, if you unscrew this is going to turn and drop, right? It's not going to come off of here because if you look, it's screwed into it, but it will spin. So make sure that you pay attention to the way that it drops so you can then twist it back up and put it back in place the right way, because you don't want to go and put all that clamping force on the window and smash the window. All right, now your most important thing is done. You've taken out these two screws. All you're gonna do is come back here and pull this panel off. All right, nice and easy. You actually don't even really have to unscrew that. And what you're gonna do is right up in here is your latch. Right there is your latch. Okay, let's open the door. You see that? Right here is your top latch. Okay, so all you're gonna do is pick up that rubber a little bit. Now I know I opened the door, but all you're gonna do is pick up that rubber a little bit, and right there you've got your latch. Okay, that gives you plenty of access to get in there with a screwdriver or something to open it. Okay, all right, let me set this phone down for a second. Now, if it's the bottom one, there's not really a good way to get to it if this door is shut, right? Because if you look, that's way in the middle, right? You're not gonna, you're talking right here. So if you close the door, it's all the way back here. So you're not gonna reach with anything in there strong enough to undo the latch. But going back to taking these two screws out, and you got this top panel out, you're gonna wanna pull this panel out as well. Now, there are no screws holding it in. Okay, so if the door is shut, right, there's plenty of a gap there to then pull this panel off. Okay, now once you got this panel off, there's a cable, it's like just a metal rod really, that attaches this latch up here to down here. Okay, find that latch and just pull up on it. All right, so if you've got this top one, undo the top one first. Always make sure that your top one is at least unlatched, even if it's only like that much, where it's just there. Make sure it gets to that point on the top before you try to pull the bottom one out, because the top one, if latched, does not give you enough or it makes that latch on the bottom too tight for you to just pull up. You'll break the clip. Now, I've done this a couple thousand times to these two doors, and I finally went with some aftermarket wire in there now, so I don't have to worry about it. But that is how you're going to get that door off and be able to open it. Just these two screws are the only screws you have to undo. Everything else in here is clips. Like if I pull this, you see this just pops out. It's just clipped in. There's no, it's like this here. Okay, see how the top just clips into the door? Okay, it's that easy to pull that door off of there and open it up. And then just don't forget to put your seals back, because, you know, old Ford, if you don't put them back, they will leak. But that's how you're able to get it open. And then the same thing on the other side. The other side is actually the exact same way. Let's walk over here. Oh, door's locked. Yeah, you can actually hear this one. This one sounds like it's gonna go, but there's cables in it, so that just means that I need to put another zip tie right here on the end of the latch to give it a little bit more space. But that's it, and there you go. So again, basically all you're doing, those two screws, take off this plastic, and then you can pull this one off.